I don't I don't have a victory song for when Dallas wins. Like, I'm still standing for Vancouver for Boston. I'm shipping up to Boston for Dallas. I know they use the house is rocking. If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. I don't like that song. So Dallas tonight did the unthinkable. They put Vegas down 1-0. So for the first time in the playoffs, Vegas is now chasing a series. Vegas is now down. And I thought Dallas came out tonight and played a really good Vegas Golden Knights game. I really did. Right out of the gate, I felt like, okay, so Dallas is taking the game to Vegas. They are playing that physical, big hockey that Vancouver just can't. And Chicago can't. But Dallas can. And it was one thing that I thought coming into this series that might help Dallas challenge Vegas in a way that Chicago and Vancouver didn't. So, first period, Carnell and Lene doing the anthems again. Cool to see them. Early Vegas turnover made things kind of interesting. So, there were some turnovers by both teams in this game, but early on, Vegas was turning the puck over in some rather juicy areas of the ice. Cousins had a chance that just missed. Then there's a fast break the other way. And Klingberg on what was the first shot for Dallas. He scores from Ben and Fox at 2:36. And I will admit, based on the amount of negativity I've seen from Vegas fans over Robin Leonard, and again, this is just through online posting and stuff, I thought, damn it, Leonard. Oh, it's Fleury. What happened there? So, again, I thought Fleury played an excellent game. I'm not trying to throw any shade at him. I'm just, if you still think that Vegas's issue is goaltending, wrong. Vegas's problem has not been goaltending for the last 4 games. But I'll come back to that. Schmidt had a chance that was stopped. Vegas was pushing for an answer. Perry then almost made it 2-0, and Dallas pressed at 7 minutes. The shots were 8-6 for Dallas at the half. Keep in mind, through their first 2 rounds, Vegas controlled the puck. They controlled the puck. They were getting all the shots. Dallas is the first team that's been able to not just bring that physicality to them, but has also been able to get that puck control game going in a way that Dallas hasn't seen over the last 2 rounds. Stastny takes a penalty. Stars go to the power play. It lasted 11 seconds. So that doesn't count. Pavelski took a penalty. Then they made a 4-on-4. It was kind of a chintzy penalty on Pavelski. But I was like, whatever. It's fine because, then it's a 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 goal. Everything's all fair and even and squared up. Hintz got shaken up on hit from Stevenson. He would stay in the game. The Stars were taking the hitting game to Vegas. Through that first period, they had out-hit the Vegas Golden Knights. And in the last minute, Cousins got a chance. Cousins played well. Keep in mind he was in the lineup because Reeves was out. So with Reeves out of the lineup, you do notice the physical difference with Vegas. But I will say, other than the reality, they probably would have out-hit Dallas. With Reeves in the lineup, I don't know that it makes a huge difference in any other area of the game. Second period, early chances for the Stars. Alexiak had a chance that went high on a break. Ben took a penalty for delay of game. Vegas goes to the power play, but 23 seconds later, Pacioretty goes to the box. So it's 4-on-4. Fleury during that 4-on-4 denied Sagan. I thought Sagan had a decent game tonight. Again, he's been having some issues throughout. So again, whether it's an injury or whatever it is, tonight he seemed to be relatively good. The shots were 5-0 Dallas, 7.5 minutes in. And Vegas went through like an 8-minute period without a shot in this period and another 7 minutes without a shot in this period. And I was kind of having flashbacks to Vancouver not getting any shots against Vegas. And I thought, wow, Dallas must have taken a lot of notes. One noteworthy thing that was mentioned by the announcers is that yesterday, Peter DeBoer gave Vegas the day off. They came out of a 7-game series. He felt they were going back into a game today, took the day off. Rick Bowness did not give Dallas a day off. Yesterday they were practicing. They were going through all their drills and everything. And so I don't know that necessarily makes a big difference as the game went on. But early on it does make a difference, I thought. Because Dallas seemed to be the sharper team right out of the gate. Pushed by Vegas at the half. Some back and forth play. Fleury solid since that first goal. 3 shots in 23 minutes and 21 seconds by Vegas. That was shown under the scoreboard. And that seemed really notable. 3 shots in over a period. But it's still only 1-0. So while you're looking at this and going, Vegas isn't drawing enough chances, they're not getting any shots, it doesn't really matter if Dallas isn't adding to the lead, and they weren't. So we get to Alexiak had a chance that almost deflected in. I think it deflected off of Cousins and almost went in. Stevenson had a chance the other way that was stopped. And then we get a last-minute chance that went high for Smith. But on that Riley Smith chance that went high, Alexiak hooked him. So Alexiak goes to the box. I saw some discussion from Vegas fans on whether or not it should be a penalty shot. The answer is no. It was a hook. There was still a shot. And so we go into the third period with Dallas still on the penalty kill, and they were solid. They killed it off. No shots in the first 3 minutes for either team. Janmark then had a chance that was denied by Theodore. So Shea Theodore had a very good game. Doesn't get on the board tonight for scoring, but he had a very good game. Vegas, I felt hadn't been hit like this at all during these playoffs. This is a bit of a culture shock for them. I do expect an adjustment going into Game 2 on Tuesday. I expect things to be different. And we'll see whether or not Dallas can adjust to whatever adjustments Peter DeBoer and Vegas make going into Game 2. So Fleury then stopped Gurianov on a quick break. Kiviranta takes a penalty, and Vegas goes to the power play. Hudobin held during that penalty kill. There was a good chance for Riley Smith, and Hudobin does what he does. He makes sure that it doesn't go in the net. Chances for Vegas at the half, shots are evening up for the game. In fact, with 7 minutes left in the third period, the shots were 9-2 for Vegas. And I felt that Dallas was guilty of hanging on a little bit. Now, Vegas is a very good puck-controlling team. They woke up a bit in that third period, but I felt like Dallas was also guilty of maybe dumping pucks when they maybe should be chasing them and backing off in situations where I thought they should have challenged the puck carrier. And there were a couple of times in that third period where I was, kind of saying to my TV, what are you doing? When a Dallas player would just back off. There was a play, I want to say it was Jamie Benn. There was one instance in the third period where he backed off, and I thought, okay, he must be going off the ice for a line change, but he didn't. So one of those weird things. And there was a chance as well for Jamie Benn. It's not on the board, where he got it on a turnover. And A, he was at the end of a shift, and B, I thought, Jamie Benn, years back, he's gone. That's a breakaway. He's gone, and it's in the back of the net. And that's the difference between Jamie Benn now and Jamie Benn, say, 5-6 years ago. So Vegas a little lucky that Father Time has weakened the speed a little bit and maybe a little bit of the stamina of Jamie Benn. Although Jamie Benn had a good game as well. So 7:01 without a whistle was something that favored Dallas. So a lot of continuous play and just, kill the clock. And that brought it down to less than 5 minutes left. Theodore was getting his chances. Roy was then denied by Hudobin with less than 3 minutes left. Roy looked skyward after that. Goaltender gets pulled with 2 minutes left. Vegas was pressuring heavily. The Stars were under siege. But then Vegas iced it with 23.2 seconds left, and icing the puck with 23.2 seconds left. You have to put your goaltender back in, and that kills the rest of the game. So Dallas wins this one 1-0. And for Vegas, this team has a scoring problem. So yes, I'm not trying to take anything away from Thatcher Demko. I'm not trying to take anything away from Hudobin in this case. But when a team has 2 goals, 2 in 4 games, that involve a goaltender being in the net. They have 4 goals in the last 4 games, and 2 of them are empty netters. That's not something that speaks well of their offense. And so again, I'm not trying to take anything away from Hudobin, but they were shooting into his crest a lot, and he didn't have a lot of really, really difficult chances. The shots in this game were 11-8 in the first in favor of Dallas, 12-4 in the second, and then Vegas in the third takes over, outshot Dallas 13-2. Both teams had 25 shots in this game. Power plays, if you want to call them that. Dallas was 0 for 2. Their one penalty was 11 seconds and the other one was 20 seconds? Okay. Vegas was 0 for 4. But again, 2 of their power plays were of the extremely short variety. Hudobin, 25 saves for the first playoff shutout of his career. And then Fleury, 24 saves on 25 shots at the other end. After allowing that early goal by Klingberg, he was a brick wall. But that one goal was all that Dallas needed. Your 3 stars in this game, Hudobin, Klingberg, and Fleury. These are the easiest 3 stars in the world to name. Winning goalie got the shutout, your goal scorer, and then the losing goalie that only allowed 1 goal. That's the easiest 3 stars you're going to get is in a 1-0 game. And yeah, we'll see how things turn out for game 2. But for Dallas, they've stolen home ice. It doesn't really mean anything anymore. And we'll see whether or not Vegas does have that answer tomorrow. And we'll see as well whether or not tomorrow night's game, featuring two teams from the East that have just arrived in the Western bubble, if things go smoothly for them, or if that travel day, if that knocks off their concentration, or what happens there. But for Dallas, proud of them. They played Vegas this game tonight. They took the game to them. We'll see what happens in game 2 when Vegas does have that chance to respond. And they have Reeves back in the lineup, and we'll see what kind of a difference that makes. But again, Dallas does have some big veteran players that Vancouver just doesn't. And I do think that makes a difference, but we'll see how the rest of this series goes. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.